from the north and bringing it downwind in those areas that I showed you, basically along and a little bit to the east of Highway 99. Back to you.
Okay, Mark, thank you. You know, our viewers have been seeing this smoke from all over the place, from Elk Grove, Highway 99, Folsom, Martinez, Cordelia, Roseville, Galt, just to name a few of the cities. And we have a photo from one of our viewers. This is Sarah, who lives in East Sacramento, and you can see she was able to take a picture of the smoke just coming up there behind the trees in her neighborhood. And just judging from that photo, I'm going to guess that that was taken fairly early on, where the smoke was still in a solid plume formation. Very, very dark in those first, certainly the first 30 minutes of that fire.
And if you're just joining us and you haven't gotten all the details yet, when we say fairly early on, we're talking about 5:45 tonight. This fire broke out along the UP tracks west of the Capital City Freeway, north of the American River. To give you an idea in your mind where this could be, somewhat near the Radisson, near Costco. That is where Tom Duhane is right now, and he joins us now by phone. Tom?
Yeah, we're still down in the parking lot now of Costco. Earlier we were up on the levee overlooking the north end of this trellis fire. I can tell you that there are still several hundred people up on the levee kind of looking down on this. The smoke is now moving to the west, as you've seen. It's a different view on the ground as the smoke is now moving directly away from us. The color, instead of pitch black, is now kind of more of a gray color. And here where we are, where a lot of people are, there is so much smoke in the air that the setting sun is now just a kind of a yellow ball, and there's kind of a yellow cast to all the light up here as people continue to come up and down the tracks to get a look at it. The situation appears to be well in control in terms of the crowd. People are now moved safely away off the American River Bike Trail and away from the trestle. Earlier, when we first got here, there were people who were, I'd say, within maybe 100 feet of the actual fire. They had walked all the way out on the trestle and were very close to the smoke and flames. Firefighters and police responded, moved them back, got everybody back, and the situation is now under control. Had a couple of calls from contacts of mine who were very aware of the situation, and as we mentioned.
All right, we just lost our signal with Tom Duhane, one of the perils of talking on the cell phone. But right now we'd like to go to Dan Shively in Live Copter 3 with something we haven't seen yet, and that is the water coming in from the river itself and a boat on scene now.
That's right, Edie. Just a few moments ago, a fireboat showed up, and I'm not sure which agency that boat is from. It may well be from the West Sacramento Fire Department, or it could be from Sacramento as well. It looks like there may be another one coming up behind it to give it help. And they've got a pretty powerful stream. They are getting the completely south end of this fire, and better yet, they are putting out some of the brush fire that has broken out because of that. So they're hitting this from the water as well as from the ground, and of course they've got an unlimited supply of water as long as their pump holds out. Also, I wanted to show you something. There is slightly and just a glimmer of good news. As we pan along the trestle, you can see it's still pretty much on fire, except on the far north end. Look at that. All that area you're looking at that isn't burning, what was burning, or I guess it's still smoldering, but firefighters have done a pretty good job of knocking that down. Looks like they're just starting on the north end where the trestle went into the levee and just started working its way, or working their way south toward the river. And this is pretty good news, actually. Now, of course, it is smoldering. You can see a lot of white smoke, but there's probably at least a football length, possibly more, that is really knocked down pretty well. Now, this is still burning intensely, as you can see, and it is going to be a while before they get that, but at least, as I say, there's some glimmer of good news. It looks like they are starting to get at least a partial hand on this. It looks like it's going to be a long, hard fight, but you can see here